Alright everyone, welcome to Adventure Walk number 8. I think we're on a big hill right now. I was talking about why the Nintendo Wii. So anyways, yeah, the Nintendo Wii wasn't that successful because it kind of failed, you know. It was trying to do what the Nintendo Switch was doing, which is great and all, which is basically combine the Nintendo 3DS and the Wii, where it had two fucking screens. It had two screens, and that could have been confusing because it could work at game tournaments, you know, like public game tournaments. It could work at public game tournaments, but it wouldn't work here. And that's very unfortunate. Because it couldn't work at home. You know, I say the only thing it was really good for was Super Mario Maker, which is like one of the best games of all time. You know, I think it's just not, you know, obviously it has zero story at all. It's just a very fun game to play if you know, you're trying to break a world record. Or, you know, that's not, whew. If you're trying to, you know, just play some customized Mario levels. So fun Mario. I'm not saying Mario wasn't fun. Oh my god, I love these. Oh, look, someone left their glove here and it's... Look, their glove is someone's glove is here and it's frozen. Oh my god! Look at this! Oh. Alright, so I'm gonna break this part off. Alright, cool. Alright. I want to get this glove out. Alright, so I'm gonna like... Where do I set my camera without getting snow on it? I hope that's good. Damn. Putting my knee in the snow really hurts. Okay, I'm not doing this. Oh my god, that hurts. Alright, clean this camera off. Alright, we're all good. We're all good. We're all good. Anyways. So the Nintendo Wii was trying to do, I guess, they're trying to do what the Nintendo Switch succeeded at, which, you know, say you're a professional person who's also a gamer. That's very likely, okay? What the Nintendo Switch does is, oh, you're playing, let's say Super Smash Bros. At home, but you're not done with your game. You can legit take it with you. See, the Nintendo Wii kind of forced you to have two screens. With the Switch, it really, you can switch. And that's why the Nintendo Switch is making a comeback. Or Nintendo, you know, they went from dominating the market with the NES and SNES, and then even with the N64, even though there was PlayStation and I guess Sega Dreamcast. Does that count? The Sega Dreamcast. Was that in the PlayStation 2? I think that it was the Sega Saturn that competed with the PlayStation 1 and the Nintendo. So I'm on a bridge right now. Look at all the cars, everyone. Anyways, I don't like looking down because I have a fear of heights, especially when there's ice here. I remember my friend, he was so brave. I don't know. Okay, so my friend who used to live here, his name was Kale. And I remember one time, he threw a bunch of stuff down there. And what he would always do is he would jump. I don't want to jump right now. Okay, well, I guess I have to go back because there's a bunch of people here. Alright, so I'm gonna go home now. But anyways, the Nintendo Switch is a great console. I just wish Sega and Atari were still making consoles. I mean, maybe not Atari because they were like the first console, the Atari Lynx, so it was either the Atari Lynx or the Atari Jaguar, that, I don't know what, the Atari Lynx and the Atari Jaguar. One of those was like the first console to have 64-bit, and like, I'm sure most people can agree, their slogan was "Do the math," which is like the dumbest shit ever. 64-bit is better than 32-bit. But those 64-bit games, even though they were in 3D or whatever you want to fucking say, they looked like dog shit. They looked terrible. Listen, the Atari 2600, one of the best game consoles of all time. Even though they were like little sprites, still very great. You know, it's just a great console to have. But anyways, even though the SNES and like the Sega Genesis was in 32-bit, they still looked better than the Atari Lynx or Atari Jaguar. I'm pretty sure it's the Atari Lynx. And like the Jaguar was like a handheld or something. I sound like a dumbass when I said that. The Atari Lynx was a handheld or something. What else would it be? So yeah, the Game Boy. You know, I don't think the market for handheld devices is that big anymore. Do I think they're gonna make a new DS console, or are they gonna make the 3DSi? Maybe. I doubt. I mean, they're probably gonna make another DS console, Nintendo. But the question is it gonna be good? Now the 2DS is one of my favorites because it didn't even bend at all. So it was basically like a really good. If you're a big fan of the Game Boy Advance, the 2DS is for you, because it's like, if the Game Boy Advance SP, you know, the one that like bended like a flip phone, like the DS did, then if they didn't make the SP, you know, they would have no desire to make the DS. But if they just made the 2DS and called it the DS, then that's gonna be great. Then that would have been great, because it's the same. It's like a Game Boy Advance with 2 screens and better graphics, and it can play 3DS games and DS games. You know, I really appreciated when the Nintendo put DS games onto the Nintendo, or the Nintendo 64 games on the DS, like they had Mario 64. I think they had some Star Fox in there as well. But really, Nintendo, they have the most iconic game characters. Yeah, and in my opinion, I think Xbox has better exclusive games than PlayStation 4. That's where it beats it. But I do think the PlayStation 4 is better than the Xbox One. It just, in my opinion, runs a bit smoother. Woo! Woo! Oh God, my feet kind of feel a bit weird because I just walked in a bunch of snow. Anyways, so yeah, I mean, I would really enjoy a game market where there was 5, and because I feel like it's only, I feel like it'd be like a boxing event, and it'd be more divided. Like, it wouldn't be weird for, you know, if the next Sega console, like, because who knows, maybe if Sega and, you know, forget about Atari, it doesn't even have to be Atari, it could be, you know, say, I don't know, I just still want to, I would totally, you know, if after the Dreamcast, the Sega Dreamcast, they made the Sega World Max, in 2004. Do you guys remember that? When they were like, oh, Sega World Max. Or it was called something like that. Sega something. What's another big company out there that makes, like, televisions? Or computers? Dell. Or HP. You know, the Ouya tried to place itself, but it's an Android console. Android consoles... Is that a human? Or what is that? I think it's a jacket someone left here. Is there something under it? I mean, I don't know. If there's money on it, I'll gladly take it. Oh, it looks like someone beat me to the chase if there was money. It's already taken. Just kidding. I was just wondering, like, is that like a homeless person sleeping? Anyways, I should end this video. Go check out the next one. What is it? Adventure Walk 9 or something? I don't know.